Wake up, wake up.
Wake up, it's story time! Hey guys, welcome back to Laughaholics. Today we have story time.
Story time, story time, story time.
Okay, and not just any story time. We have twisted
Childhood
story times. And I know what you're thinking. How can story time, childhood story time, be twisted? Oh, I'm sure our parents knew when they told us these stories. Shout out to every parent in the world.
Every parent.
Yes. So guys, we have like some stories for you today. We have like 3 stories. You guys are basically gonna get our reactions and like, cause we don't even know some of these stories honestly. So we're just you're gonna get some of our reactions, some of our feedback, and we're just gonna go through these stories and see how fucked up they are.
And then let us know what you think in the comment section down below.
Yes, let us know. First story is the 3 little pigs.
Once upon a time and all that, there were 3 little pigs. They were ready to leave their mother's den. So they were like, peace, I'm gonna go build some house. The first little pig built his house out of straw.
Why would he do that?
Because he's lazy.
That's really, how did he get the straw to stand up?
That doesn't make any sense. So anyways, the second little pig built his house out of sticks, and that don't make sense either. Big bad wolf came along, and he huffed. Oh, he puffed.
He puffed.
And he blew their houses down.
He blew that house down and get a meal, bro. Some bacon.
So now we move on. Oh, and if you didn't guess what happens after he blew their house down, he eats them. They die.
What?
He eats them.
But didn't the third piggy build his out of bricks?
Yes, the third little piggy. Now they're on to him because his siblings are dead. He built it out of bricks. So the big bad wolf, he tried. He huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed, and he could not blow that house down. And the third little piggy was like, not better hair in my chinny chin chin.
Oh, he got hair on the chin.
On the
So
chin,
he a
chin,
grown
chin.
up.
He a grown pig.
Was his brothers like younger than him?
No, they all say the chinny chin chin.
So they had facial hair, so then they was grown ass pigs.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
And the grown ass piggy built the house out of straw and built it out of sticks? Why the fuck would they do that?
So, the big bad wolf couldn't get into the house. Do you know what happened after?
I don't know what happened.
The big bad wolf climbed on the side of the house and into the chimney.
My nigga determined.
But the little pig heard that he was on the roof, and he started a fire in the chimney. So he was ready for the big bad wolf. And I'm assuming the big bad wolf got burned. And maybe he ate the big bad wolf.
Eat him?
I don't know. I don't remember the end, but I just know that there was a fire waiting for the big bad wolf.
Bro.
He probably did eat him. He was roasted already.
The prey ate the predator.
So that's the story of the 3 little pigs. If I got it wrong, sorry, but that's how I remember it.
So I'm going to be reading the second story, and the second story is Rumpelstiltskin. Alright guys, so I'm just going to be reading you the plot of the story, and we'll analyze how fucked up it is later. So the plot of the fairy tale, summarized in a couple of paragraphs already. So it's a miller who has a beautiful daughter, whom he is immensely proud. And then one day the miller makes an empty boast to the king of the land that his daughter can spin gold out of straw. The king, taking the miller at his word, has the miller's daughter taken to a chamber and told to spin all the straw into gold. If she values her life. Damn, he's gonna kill her? Shit.
Everybody died.
Alright. The door opens and a little man enters through the chamber. She explains her predicament to him, and he says he will spin the straw into gold for her if she gives him a gift. She just gonna trust him.
She don't suck his I'm tearing up.
He's agreed to help her in exchange for another gift. But the miller's daughter, having nothing left to also give the little man her firstborn child when she is. Then it says the king is so pleased with all the gold that he marries the miller's daughter. When she gives birth to her first child, she forgets her promise to the little man who appears in her chamber and reminds her of it. She begs him to release her from her promise, but he refuses. Instead, he says that if she can guess his name in the next 3 days, he will let her keep her child. He know damn well his name ain't no common goddamn name. How she gonna guess? That's not fair. The queen sends out her messengers to see if anyone knows the little man's name, but after the first day, they return unsuccessful. The same occurs on the second day, but on the third day, one of her messengers report that he overheard a funny-looking man dancing with glee around a fire, and his song he let slip that his name is Rumpelstiltskin. Why is he dancing around the fire?
You know what that reminds you of? Like,
Alice in Wonderland?
no, like it when he's doing
Oh my god, I can't get it out of my head.
He's sitting there like,
oh my god, it was shut up.
I don't know, how do y'all see it when Rumpelstiltskin danced around the fire? How you think he's dancing?
He in a cult. He the leader.
Oh, he's a cult. He could be.
When the little man returns to the queen on the third night, she tells him his name, and in his rage, being thwarted, he puts his foot through a door and promptly splits it in two.
She tells him his name, and in his rage at being outed, he puts his foot through the door and promptly splits in two, like you have.
If y'all knew this story when y'all were little, let us know. Because I didn't know this story. I just knew he wanted a kid. I didn't know he was a fucking psycho.
He's Satan worshiper.
Cult.
Yeah, it's a cult. It has to be. He giving him babies.
Is he gonna kill the baby?
And riches and babies.
He's gonna kill the baby?
Probably. So Hansel and Gretel are the children of a poor woodcutter. When a famine settles over the land, they hungry as fuck. The woodcutter's wife, the stepmom of Hansel and Gretel, leave them to fend for themselves, so she and her husband will not starve to death. The woodcutter opposes the plan, but finally and reluctantly submits to his wife's scheme, unaware that Hansel and Gretel have overheard them. The following morning, the family treks into the woods. Hansel takes a slice of bread and leaves a trail of breadcrumbs for them to follow home. However, after they are once again abandoned, they find that birds have eaten the crumbs, leaving them lost in the woods. Follow a beautiful white bird to a clearing in the woods, and they discover a large cottage built of gingerbread, cakes, and candy, with window panes of clear sugar. Hungry and tired, the children begin to eat the roof. Wow. When the door opens, and a hideous old hag emerges and lures the children inside with the promise of soft beds, delicious food, and a hot bath. They do this unaware that their hostess is a bloodthirsty witch who built the gingerbread house to waylay children to cook and eat them. She gonna eat some kids!
No, not only that, the bitch built a sugar plum house. To trap the kids.
That's the ultimate give. Still kids with candy. She built a whole house. The next morning, the witch throws Hansel into a cage and enslaves Gretel. The witch force feeds Hansel to fatten him up. Oh my god.
What?
After weeks of growing impatient, the witch decides to eat Hansel.
She ate my nigga.
But decides she is hungry enough to eat Gretel too. Gretel pushes the witch into the oven, leaving the ungodly creature to be burned to ashes.
Oh, she said psych. Or
Yeah.
he said psych. Is it he or she?
Gretel was the girl. Gretel was like, "Nah, I'm not about to get eaten." Threw the witch into the fire.
That's what that bitch get.
Gretel frees Hansel from the cage, and the pair discover a vase full of treasure.
My nigga
Blah, blah, blah.
lived?
Yeah, they lived. That's not where it ends. Oh my god. It says after they come home to only their father, who revealed that their mother has died. Either way, the witch and the mother died. Dang, my bitch Gretel said, "Not today."
Not today.
I could have fucked up. I don't want to go sleep.
That was intense. Like, really intense. Like, a bitch cried.
Cold.
Why did our parents tell us these stories?
Don't tell these stories to y'all.
Please
kids.
don't. Let them
let's
die
cut
now.
this.
Yeah, let's cut it out. 2019, we
A
done.
witch that eats children, and a cult leader that likes babies, and a wolf that's not smart enough to eat some pigs.
And the fucking prey ate the predator. Anyways.
Comment down below how you feel about these stories, your versions of the stories, and
Anything you want us to know about these
Anything.
stories that you think we don't know.
that we can make sense of.
Yes, because wow. That was
And let's-
twisted ass story.
Let's petition to never tell these stories.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the moral of the story, is to not be greedy, because she wanted both the children, and the king wanted all that money, and the wolf wanted all 3 pigs. Like
Right. Don't
it
be
was never
greedy.
enough. Maybe we shouldn't be greedy, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed this story time, these twisted stories that our parents shouldn't have ever told us. I learned a lot during this time. I hope you did.
Yeah.
And we just gonna cut these stories out.
Till next time.